Hello everyone, welcome to this video. And my name is Romalus Vataton. I'm an English student from Unica Santo Paulus Rute. And this video I made for my final exam test, actually for the ICT course. Have you ever compared two things, for example, using car versus using motorbike? Or maybe compare living in a city and living in a village? This video is appropriate for you. And today we are going to learning how to write comparison and contrast in essay. But before we go deeper about the materials and our learning, first of all, I would like to introduce to you some applications that help me to make this video possible. First application that I use to provide the materials, I using ChatGPT to provide all the materials, and this is the phenomenon application for all college students in the worldwide right now. The second applications that I use to provide the slides are using Prezi. Prezi is the simple applications to provide the slides and the explanations about the materials. Now we are moved to the mechanism how to using those applications, and I hope this video is really useful for our learning process, actually for online learning. Okay everyone, the first application that I use to provide the materials, I use ChatGPT, and here's the mechanism to using ChatGPT. First, visit the Chrome. And don't forget to make sure your connection be stable, and then your progress when using ChatGPT probably going to well. Click here. Okay, enter. Click here, ChatGPT. After this, put your prompt here. Okay. You can pause this video to see my prompt. Okay. And here we go, the materials. Begin start from introduction or the structures of comparison and contrast in essay. For the next slides, I think for the next method, I using Prezi to make these materials change to slides. First of all, copy these materials and put the materials into Microsoft Word here. before we move to Prezi. Okay, after this, save and put in document and change these materials into PDF. Click here. And give name for the file. Save. Alright. The slides or the materials had saved in PDF. Okay, it's uploading. Now we move to Prezi applications to provide the slides. This is the second application. Has same like when we using ChatGPT, still in the Chrome display. Click Prezi. Okay. Here the applications or the display. Okay, click here. We should register first, sign with the Google account. Okay, here's the display. Okay, click here, and for in this part, click here, upload the file. Okay, here's okay. After this, here's the materials, and then click here, create outline. Okay, here's my materials, and click here, create presentation. Almost getting it ready. Okay, and here's the display of materials. Okay, click here, and here we go. The display when we using Prezi for our slides. Okay, is it simple, right? Okay, check. Okay. Alright, now let's move to our purpose today is learning how to write comparison and contrast in essay. Okay everyone, now let's start our learning today. First of all is introduction to comparison and contrast essay. The definition of comparison and contrast essays. A comparison and contrast essay explores the similarities and the differences between two subjects. The subjects can encompass a wide range, including objects, people, places, ideas, or experiences, fostering critical thinking and clear organizations of thoughts among students. Compares. The similarities highlight. A comparison and contrast essay examines the similarities between two subjects, enabling readers to recognize common traits and understand their relationships. This analysis fosters critical thinking. Next, contrast. Contrast means the differences illustrated. The contrast aspect of the essay reveals how the subjects differ, providing insights into their unique qualities. This distinction helps clarify the advantage and disadvantage of each subject. Okay? Now the purpose of why we write of comparison and contrast essay. There are three purposes of comparison and contrast essay. The first, analyzes similarities and the differences. The second, enhance subject understanding. And the third, aid in decision making. The first, this is the structures when we writing or when we write the essay actually for comparison and contrast essay. In the beginning, we should put the introduction section. And what is introduction? The introduction sets the stage for the essay by introducing the two subjects, providing the necessary background information, and concluding with a clear thesis statement that outlines what will be compared and contrast. After introduction, we move to the body paragraph structures. Body paragraphs can be structured using either the block method, which discuss each subject in separate paragraphs, or the point-by-point method, which compares and contrasts specific points across both subjects. And in this body of the paragraph, we should explain the thesis statement that we had put in the introduction. And you can use the block method, or you can use the second method is point-by-point method. And this is the last structures of essay, the conclusion importance. The conclusions summarize the key similarities and the differences discussed in the essay, restates the main thesis, and provides a final thought or opinion on the subjects compared. And now, introduction section of the essay. Introduce the two subjects. The introduction sets the stake for the essay by presenting the two subjects that will be compared and contrasted. This helps readers know what to expect and establishes the focus of the analysis. Give background information. Providing background information is crucial as it offers context to the subjects being compared, and this might include historical, cultural, or situational details that enhance the reader's understanding. Next, end with a thesis statement. A well-crafted thesis statement clearly outlines the main points of comparison and contrast. It serves as a roadmap for the essay, guiding readers through the argument being presented. Okay, everyone, that's all about the structures and the materials about the comparison and contrast essay. Now, in the last session of this video, we move to the example or the exercise of comparison and contrast in essay. And for the example of this essay, I put the example of essay in a Word. Well, we can analyze the text and we can know about the structures clearly, because here impossible to make slides for example of the text. Okay, now let's move to the example of the text. Okay, here's the example. I will make it editing first, size. Okay. All right. And here's the topic. Okay. This is the example of comparison and contrast in essay. Studying online and studying in classroom. Okay. Okay, let's focus on the examples. Let's analyze this. The first, here's the general statement. Studying online and studying in a classroom are two popular ways of learning today. This is the general statement where this text starts with the opening to introduce two subjects here. Okay, here's the general statement or introduction, and continue. Both methods help students gain knowledge and improve skills. However, they are different in terms of learning environment, interaction, and flexibility. Alright, this is the thesis statement. However, this is the keywords. This is the keywords. Okay, this is the keywords. Okay, the different. All right, and this is the thesis statement. Different in environment. All right. Okay. As we can see, this is the general statement and this is the thesis statement. Okay, this is the introduction of the text. And move to the body. And here, this text using the second method, that is block method. First, second, and okay. Alright, as we can see, this is the first. This is the body. Alright. First, the learning environment in online and classroom study is different. Online learning allows students to study from home using a laptop or smartphone. In contrast, classroom learning requires students to come to school and study face-to-face with teachers and classmates. This is the first body, first paragraph. And the second, okay, here. The second, interaction is another important difference. In classroom, learning students can directly ask questions and discuss lessons with teachers. On the other hand, online learning usually use chat, email, or video meetings, which can make interactions. And this is the third of paragraph. However, both learning methods offer flexibility in different ways. Online learning is more flexible because students can study anytime and anywhere. Meanwhile, classrooms learning has a fixed schedule but helps students stay more disciplined. And okay, sorry, and for the third paragraph, we should put like this third. Okay, sorry. Okay, and this is the third, the flexibility. All right. Okay, introduction. Don't forget to put the thesis statement. In the body, we explain the thesis statement in the introduction. Environment, the first paragraph, introduction the second, and flexibility in the third. And now we dip into the conclusion. Here's the conclusion. In conclusion, studying online and studying in the classroom have both similarities and differences. While online learning is flexible and convenient, classroom learning provides better interaction. Both methods are useful depending on students' needs and learning styles. Okay? Okay, everyone. I think it's clear, and I hope you can understand what I explained today. Okay, everyone, that's all about our learning today about how to write comparison and contrast in essay. Thank you and have a nice day.